good morning and welcome to your favorite breakfast show, that is Smell the Coffee. In today's episode, we are literally smelling the coffee. We'll be talking to a barista and we'll be showing you how you can make your favorite cappuccino. Of course, we'll keep you up to date with the latest in the entertainment world and so much more. This is Smell the Coffee and I'm your host, Glenora Shipura. Now I am joined by my favorite barista. He knows just what to do to make my cappuccino so good and make my day. Good morning and welcome to Smell the Coffee.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
Good. I'm so happy that we're finally doing this.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know you're a barista. Your job is to make people's lives better by giving them a beautiful cup of coffee or tea, whatever they prefer.
Exactly.
But getting right into it, what is your favorite? Do you like coffee? Are you a tea person? What do you like? Actually, I don't think baristas get asked this question.
So actually, I was supposed to like everything because I supposed to make all the coffee.
Yes.
So, but I'm not a person that take more milk. So I usually do Americano.
Usually do an
Black.
Americano. Ooh.
Go for black. Black is good. They say it's
Black
not
is
music.
good,
Yeah,
yeah.
black is good. So I usually just take Americano black.
Yeah.
So that's my.
That's your
just to
go-to
keep
coffee.
me- yeah.
Okay, then I know what to get you next time.
Yeah.
I'll get you an Americano.
Thank you.
Now, getting into your day-to-day here at Slowdown.
Yeah.
Tell me what a typical day looks like. You come in, you make coffee. What does it look like for a barista? What's a typical day for a barista at Slowdown?
So actually, as a barista, I have a lot of job to do in the shop. So I usually come in the shop and make sure that we have all the stock on point so that we cannot run out of stuff in the shop, which is not, even though it's not part of the coffee, but it have to do with food-wise, sugar. You have to prep before you start with everything so that customer have everything. If you, as a customer, you need sugar, you make sure the sugar is there. So when it comes to coffee, I have to taste the coffee first before I serve it to customer. I have to make sure the coffee is proper before it go to the customer. So that's the morning. Yeah. So usually that's mostly.
Can you tell us about the different types of customers? I know that there's the 7 a.m. people.
Yeah.
Or 8 a.m. and then there's the people that come throughout the day. Is there a different energy, or are they more in a rush? Is the shop also more packed earlier in the day, or does it get busier later in the day? How is the typical traffic, and also what type of customers comes this time and not the other time?
So mostly our shop is in the mall. And the mall start open at 9. So people usually just come before they go to their office or waiting for the store to open. So they usually come to Slowdown to grab their coffee. So it's mostly peak morning time. So that's why we usually come before 9. We usually come 7 o'clock for 7:30 to open. And then mostly people have to come get their coffee. Some they are sitting, waiting for the mall to open. Some they are grabbing their coffee and then go back to their working place. So it's mostly peak morning time. So lunch times, people are coming for their lunch. So it's also packed. And then afternoon around 4, it's getting quiet.
I see.
Yeah.
Your job as a barista, like I said earlier, is
Yeah.
to put a smile on the customer's
Yes.
face. How do you ensure that? Is it by making a good cup of coffee? Is it by having a good conversation with the person that you're talking to, the client? Or is it a combination of everything?
So actually, it's a combination of everything.
Yeah.
So making coffee as a barista, everyone can make coffee, but not a good coffee. So that's the only secret when it comes to coffee. So that's the reason why we have barista. Because even you can make coffee at home. You have a machine, everything, the same machine that we have, but you still have to leave your machine coming for Slowtown because there is a good coffee made by a good barista. And actually also the conversation with the clients, customers, they become our friends. We have connection. You put smile, you make jokes. Just have like not those jokes, but the
You
right
build
jokes.
a relationship,
Yes,
yes, with
yes,
the customer. Is it
yes.
something that is ingrained in you as a barista, or is it the establishment as a whole that you have to have that customer relationship?
I think it's something that you build with the customer. Not all the customers are not the same. You find people that don't like jokes. You make jokes and then they look at you and they're like, oh, it's fine, it's fine. You find people that from far you can tell that, okay, she's in the mood or he's in the mood of making jokes, even though you like jokes. Sometimes you come, it's just not your day that day. So you just, it's like you read someone's mind so that you can have a conversation or make joke with the person. Anyways, they are your customer anyway, so you make,
I hear you.
you put smile on their face. So, yeah.
We have a running joke in studio and also with my colleagues.
Yeah.
Like the type of coffee that you drink
Yeah.
says a lot about your personality. Like you said, you like the Americano.
Yeah.
Apparently, people who like black coffee with nothing in it are psychopaths. I don't know. It's a study out there, guys.
Yeah.
And people who like milk with their tea, with
Yeah.
their coffee, they are maybe much more sweeter and so forth. Do you
Yeah.
believe that's true in terms of personalities? Like the type of coffee that people prefer speaks a lot about who they are as a person.
I doubt it. I doubt it. So mostly when it comes to coffee, when people are talking about coffee, it's like you find people that don't like strong coffee. They like more milky, which is, we have a latte that's more milky. You have people that like cappuccino more foamy than latte. You have flat white. Like people that just don't like foam, and you find people that
like foam.
like
yeah, but
foam.
it has
So-
nothing to do with personality. Yeah,
Yeah, no.
Darn it, I was gonna make fun of a lot of people.
Yeah, exactly.
For that.
Yeah.
So are there some coffees or type of coffees that are harder to make? And that I know in Americano it's fairly easier
It's
because
easier.
it's just, it's black coffee. But let's say a cappuccino, a chai latte, and so forth. Are there some that are a bit more difficult to make, or
To make.
yeah,
but-
in terms of making the coffee itself?
So actually, if it's your job, it's just your job to do.
Yeah.
So you master everything. Always a beginning. There's always a first time to everything, right? So you start, and then you learn. There's nothing difficult. There's nothing difficult. I'm telling you. When you start, go behind the machine. You do what you have to do. So I don't think there is some coffee that I would tell that is difficult. It will be difficult to someone who doesn't make coffee, but
For instance,
us.
how do you guys make those little shapes on the cappuccino? I mean, I've tried that at home countless times.
Yeah.
It's so hard. It's an art to it.
Exactly, it's someone's job. You learn. Once you go there and then you stay for, let me say, 3 days, you start doing it.
Yeah.
It's automatic. So the secret is always that you run a right shot, seconds, you make nice form depending on what you are doing. If it's flat white or cappuccino. So there is a secret where you
You know
steam your
how-
milk. You must know how to steam your milk, and you know how to pour.
So you know the technique.
Yes.
And that's what's
so
creative.
if you mess up the milk, then there's no way you can get a good coffee or you will get a nice
the artistry behind it.
Beautiful
I love that
arts
there's
on
an
top, yeah.
artistry behind it. We
Yes.
just don't just get this beautiful cups of coffee. There's
Yeah.
an art behind it, and that's
Yeah.
literally what you guys embody here. And that's what I love, and that's why I love coming here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a regular here.
Of course, of course. Of course.
Now, before I'm still not gonna let you go because you have to show me how to make a nice cappuccino.
Okay.
But before we move over to the next conversation, part of this conversation, what would you like our viewers to take away when they come to Slowtown?
So mostly what I'm advising the customer to come is this respect. Respect someone's job. Have I know we all have problems, and then you come to Slowtown. It's a big company now. We are growing, and then we have competitors that are competing, but we are not into competing.
Your competition is with yourself.
Competition. We are doing for ourselves and for our clients, for our customer. So if you are down that day, you come to Slowtown, especially Maua, you are at the right.
You're at the right place.
I'm
yes,
telling you, at the right place.
Definitely, and he makes the best
Yeah,
coffees.
yeah.
And whatever else you'd want. I can only speak highly of you and the experience that I get.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after the break.
Welcome to Namibia, where adventure meets tranquility. With Enjoy, you have access to a wide range of accommodations to suit every traveler's taste and budget. Experience the finest dining and hospitality Namibia has to offer. Booking your dream accommodation is just a few clicks away with Enjoy. Join thousands of happy travelers who have trusted Enjoy for their Namibian getaway. Your gateway to unforgettable Namibian adventures. Visit us today at enjoy.my.na.
Now I'm joined by the beautiful Annette, the manager at Slowtown, and she manages all the Slowtowns in Windhoek. Good morning and welcome to Smell the Coffee.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
No, it's a pleasure. I mean, we are enjoying smelling the coffee in your establishment.
Yes, yeah. No, Slowtown is a all Namibian brand. Yeah, I don't know
And
how.
that's what I love about it.
Yes.
I mean, I've been a regular at Slowtown ever since the first shop appeared in Windhoek, and I think there was only one at the time in Independence Avenue.
Yeah, at the CBD.
At the CBD,
yeah.
yes.
Yes, yeah.
And to see where it is at now, like there's so many
Yes.
shops now that we have. I see the Slowtown brand in even shops. The fact that it has grown so much in, I feel like a short span of time. What's your take on the expansion of it? What would you attribute it to? Was it because of the loyalty of the people, or we were needing something from our, from Namibia, or is it just a combination of everything?
I think it's the loyalty of our customers and also the vision of the owner. And the passion that he has for coffee, Dennis de Wet. They're in Swakopmund, and as you know, we also have a branch and the main office in Swakopmund, and the roastery is also in Swakopmund. So everything happens there, and then we obviously distribute the coffee here. And then we have the 4 shops here, the Marua shop where we are currently. Then we have the Grove shop, we have at Lady Pohamba, and then the CBD, and we are actually in October going to open another little satellite shop at the new Simon building as well.
I'm so excited.
yeah.
I am so excited.
Yeah.
Perhaps Slowtown can make a, not Slowtown, but Smell the Coffee can make a turn at the
Yeah.
new shop once it's open.
Yes.
Like I said, fast growth in such a short span of time, and obviously the great coffee speaks for itself. The experience here speaks for itself. Are there some principles that you would say that Slowtown has incorporated in terms of the customer service, the quality of the coffee, that attributes to it being such a beautiful space to come into. I love the vibe here. I will always have a coffee here.
Well, obviously our vibe is, as you say, slow and relaxed.
Yeah.
But then obviously also with the quality, quality is for us very important, and especially we are a coffee shop, and everything else that we sell is just to enhance the coffee and make it a better experience for the whole brand. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I know that when you come to Slowtown, you're not only getting coffee, you can get some snacks, you can get some treats, but there's also merchandise that is in every Slowtown.
Yes, yeah,
that I've been at. Yeah. Can we talk a little bit about the merchandise here?
Yes, the merchandise is obviously always a key thing, and I think first it started out with selling just the beans. However, it is nice to have, some people just want a little thing to take with. So we have the Mer products, which are branded for us. They come, we order them from South Africa. But they are very good quality products, and we have various, and we have French press and mocha pots and pour over kettles and all those things to make coffee, but then also vessels to drink the coffee in, like the little cam cups, or the in various sizes, or the travel tumbler, or just a tumbler for your day-to-day running and just using it in the car when you are on the go. And obviously that also helps, instead of, if you buy one of these tumblers, then you don't always have to get a takeaway cup, and it helps with the environment as well.
And I think that also helps set you guys apart from other coffee shops and so forth, because you're establishing yourself as a brand, whereas it's just not a coffee shop. It's more of a brand now, because I have merchandise from Slowtown. I definitely have been eyeing your tumblers. They're very beautiful. So, hopefully I'll sneak one in. And I love that. I love that. So was that the part of the business plan? And I know the owner is a visionary, like to not only have a coffee shop, but a brand around the coffee.
Exactly. So it is all about the Slowtown brand, and that we want to really establish the brand more so in the whole of Namibia. I mean, we do also supply coffee to quite a lot of the lodges and lodge groups, and we also have it in various engine service stations, not everywhere, but there are some. So we are expanding on that field as well, so that we have our destination places, but then also little satellite where it is in partnership with another brand or another company and so on. Yeah.
And I have to say kudos to you guys for doing that, because I'm finding myself on the road and then I'm like, oh, there's a Slowtown here. I can go grab a coffee here.
Yes.
The relief of that. Yeah. Because, you know, we're traveling, there's a lot of, you know, uncomfortability, but then it's nice to see here and then I can get my favorite cup of coffee. So I love that there's that as part of the business concept. Another thing that I keep on saying is that you guys are really good with your customer service. The coffee is great, but also the experience is great here. Is that a thing that Slowtown consciously made to train the employees? I mean, to serve the customer best, or is it that you just got lucky and had like wonderful staff that were like?
No, I think it's combination. I think we have, and a lot of our staff, especially our baristas, have been with the company for years already. Many years, since start of the business, you see. So they grew with the owner and with the brand, and they buy into the brand, and they are proud to work for us. And we are obviously very fortunate to have people like Silva and Rogelio and all our baristas and our other staff, our kitchen staff. You know, that makes the delicious food in the various shops. So we are grateful to have such a lovely group of people, and it's maybe, it's just the way it has evolved over the years, and because they're long-standing, I think that makes your staff also comfortable in their position in the brand.
Is
and
that
and
why?
that's why, and then they can bring it across, and then obviously, yeah, they serve with a smile.
They do, they do.
Yeah.
And I've been to different slow towns. It's the same experience everywhere.
Thank you.
I can't say this slow town is worse or this one is better than the other. It's the same experience everywhere that I am if I'm at a slow town. And I love that. I really love that. So I would say there's somebody who says when you are employee focused, your employees take care of your customers, and I'm suspecting that's what's happening here because there is such a beautiful working environment between the workers, and as a customer you come in and you walk in and you see that, and it's just really, really beautiful to witness, and the teamwork and just the love of what everybody's doing. So I would say maybe that's from my observation. You can just confirm.
But that is, you see, and as I say, because and we also look after our staff, and we value them. And that's the thing, and I know
and they take care of
often
us.
It's said in business, customers are always right, and your yes, they are your number one priority. However, you also have to look, and your staff is equally important, because from a business perspective, if you don't look after your staff, you can't do the business the way it should be run, and keep them happy.
There's a lot of businesses that
happy
are
staff, happy customers, happy boss.
Yes, exactly. Slowtown has been in existence for how long now?
I think it's, if I'm correct, it's 11 years. Yeah, I think it started about 11 years ago, 10, 11 years. I think the first,
a short span of time to achieve
the first shop in CBD, I think, opened actually in September 10 years ago, if I'm not correct, or 8 years. I have
we
to
can obviously cross-check.
Yeah, and then the next also, there's also something now coming up in September where we're going to do a little lucky draw for the birthday anniversary for the first shop. So it's coming up.
That's amazing.
Just watch out for it.
I'm excited. I'm going to look out for it on the social medias.
Yes.
Any other big expansions that you are privy to tell us that is coming? Because Slowtown feels like it's meant to expand. I don't think it's...
Yes, I think it is, but I think all I can say at this stage is watch the space.
Watch the space. I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time. Yeah, it was lovely chatting to you.
It was amazing smelling the coffee at Slowtown.
Yes. Enjoy your coffee.
Thank you.
And thank you.
We'll be right back after this. It is a Friday, and that means it's time to take a look at our Bridal Fridays.
In today's wedding tradition segment, we look at Hindu weddings. Now, in Hinduism, marriage joins two individuals for the four aims of life: Dharma, Artha, Karma, and Moksha. Marriage is considered a spiritual partnership which unites the mind, bodies, and souls of the partners in this and future lives, and builds sacred bonds between their two families. Many elements of the Hindu wedding ceremony have remained virtually unchanged for thousands of years. The ceremony consists of a series of rituals and ceremonies to promote righteous living and the sharing of values such as selfless love, kindness and compassion, honesty and fidelity, and mutual respect. Now, there are many elements and rituals both before and after the actual wedding ceremony, which vary by tradition, linguistic region, community, and family. While these vary from community to community, two of the more common pre-wedding ceremonies are the Haldi ceremony and the Mehndi ceremony. The Haldi ceremony is a ritual in which a mixture of turmeric, oil, and water are applied to both the bride and groom prior to the wedding. Family members will wipe the mixture on the couple and offer their blessing and ward off any evil spirits so that they can start their new life obstacle-free. Now, wedding rituals embrace the 5 elements of nature and include invocations to the divine, followed by vows. It is conducted in the presence of a sacred fire representing the god of fire, and Agni, the god of fire, exists as a divine and impartial witness to the vows taken by the bride and groom and symbolizes the light of knowledge, which is the key to everlasting happiness. Now, fire dispels the darkness of ignorance, water nourishes life, earth dispels inauspiciousness, coconut symbolizes fertility, and sindoor symbolizes auspiciousness. While many of the rituals involve family elders or the women of the household, Hindu priests generally perform the actual marriage ritual.
As you guys can see, I'm trying to play chess by myself, but it's not working very well. Hopefully, I will find somebody here to enjoy a cup of coffee with me and play chess with me. And on that note, I have to say goodbye. From me, Glenn Rashipura. Until next time.